Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I want to welcome you back to the channel. Well, this is kind of an interesting one here that we have. So here's the deal. I was recently notified by David Bowling, buddy of mine that's got a channel over on YouTube. Make sure you check it out. That a guy named Steve over at the Mr. Big Kid Travel Bag channel had sent out a VR challenge. And I'm not sure if he tagged me or if David tagged me, but either way I've been tagged, so now it's my turn to do some sort of a video response. What it is you have to show off the contents of your travel bag, or a bag that you travel with, or a bag that you might take with you when you hit the road for a couple days. Well, in all honesty guys, I just used a couple duffel bags, one with clothes, the other one with some personal hygiene products in it, and that's pretty much it when I travel. But when it comes to my EDC bag, I'm a school teacher, I'm a high school teacher, and I want to show you the contents of the bag. You'll see the bag that I've been keeping with me by my side for many years now, and I'll talk about the bag itself and the contents. We'll get to see everything that is inside this bag. Now, just give you a heads up, you're not going to see anything dangerous, so there will be no weapons in this bag at all. Unfortunately, Nebraska state law does not believe in a teacher's right to defend themselves in the classroom or their students, so there will be no weapons in this bag, nor do I carry any weapons on me while I'm at work. So without further ado, let's go and get started. You know what? We're going to do this all in one take. Whatever happens, happens. And if I make any mumbles or fumbles or stumbles, you guys are going to see it right here. So the Case Logic bag, it's just a courier bag. I bought it on clearance at Walmart for about $8. I do spray it with Camp Dry once per year, once every summer, and then let it air out for a couple days. And that gives it some waterproof ability. Just kind of going from the front pouch here. It's pretty cavernous, so let's just check out the contents. I got all kinds of stuff in here. It's going to take me forever to put it back, but it's definitely worth it. So we got some various pens, Sharpies, got to have a Tide stick, got a nice pen. My grandpa actually gets these for his insurance company, and he always gets them with flashlights built into them, which is really cool. So you got to have these. You never know what kind of surface you're going to need to write on. So I've always got the pens and markers ready to go. By the way, if you guys just happen to be teachers and you have your own little EDC bag, why don't you chime in and let me know what you carry with you, and see if there's anything different. I always have instant coffee with me. I was a speech coach, assistant speech and debate coach for about 6 years, and I'd gone to meets where they did not have coffee ready when it was time for me to go off and judge my first rounds. That doesn't happen anymore, so always have instant coffee. This is Black Rifle coffee, instant, ready to go. Also, have a little pill box here that's got ibuprofen in it. I don't usually have a headache at the end of the school day. In fact, I usually go home happy with a smile on my face, but it's good to have some ibuprofen if you need it. Occasionally I get some sinus issues, so that's good to have. The next one that we have is just a package of Kleenexes, just in case of emergencies. You know, I had a bandage in here, but I don't because I gave it to a student that had a nasty paper cut, believe it or not. So I don't know if I have any bandages in here whatsoever. I do have a full first aid kit and a complete bug out kit in my vehicle. Checkbook, gotta have a checkbook. I keep that in the front. Yes, believe it or not, I still write some checks. Now, I haven't updated these since 2015, since we moved into our current house, but I do take pictures every couple of years of all the property in the home, all the firearms or the serial numbers. I keep these on me at all times. That way, if the house ever burns down, I got proof of my property. I also have a copy of these at my grandparents' house, and I have a copy up at school. So, all the property that we own has been taken and put onto CDs. I've got little, just daily planners that I carry with me, just little pocket planners that, again, Grandpa gets these for the office, and he always gives me a couple of them, so I do have them to cover for the full year. Instead of having a big, thick planner, which I don't really look in calendars much anymore just because, you know, I use my phone so much, it is kind of nice to have just some simple little planners with you and so on. But don't worry, there's a lot more in the bag, guys. All right. Then we start to get into some of the techie items. I always have a Maglite with me, a little mini Maglite. We've had the power go off at school a couple times, and it's come in kind of handy to light the hallways or help kids get into their lockers. This is just the non-LED $8 version that anybody can buy at your local Walmart. Just runs off 2 AA batteries. And there's a lot of cables and cords in here. Got to have a set of headphones all the time. I have a flash drive that has a complete backup of all my schoolwork on it. Now, I've got cloud-based storage, but I just like to have my stuff on it with me all the time. It's got a copy of all my students' work and my work, so I got it all the time. This is something that gets updated just once per year, but it is everything that I need. All the work I've ever done is stored right here. I do this little multi-plug adapter that I got at a tech conference, which is pretty cool. Believe it or not, we still have some older generation iPads and iPhones still floating around. So it's got the little old school iPad charging tool. Works with like iPhone 4s and stuff. Yes, there are teachers that still have iPhone 4s. Your newer Mac charge cable, and then also just a mini USB cable, so I can charge Android devices with it too. This thing has come in very, very handy since I picked it up at the conference many years ago. Got myself a little headlamp because you never know if you're going to have to light up the path in front of you. Just runs on a watch battery. These are like $8 at Walmart. Got this from my uncle a couple years ago for Christmas. Absolutely love it. Just make sure we're still in focus here. All right, moving on. Got to have a little juice pack. This is just like a 2,000 or 2,500 milliamp juice pack that I can use to charge the phone for an emergency. Although my phone tends to hold up really well, but it's always good to have these with. And again, this is coming very handy for other people that weren't so prepared. Okay, then I also have an extra set of light bulbs, and this came with the flashlight itself. It comes with 2 of them just in case I'd really be out there and I need extra bulbs. One thing that's cool about these little mini Maglites, you might not know this, you can unscrew the lens cap and it turns into a torch light, which is cool because you can light up an entire room with it, which is very handy to have. We've used these in the home a couple times when the power's gone out. We needed to light things up and find the proper flashlights to get the house lit back up. What else we got in here? Is that it? Oh, there it is. All right, so I've got, spare Band-Aids and some cough drops. Always good to have. So again, this is my EDC bag. This is everything I take with me every day that I go to school. I have it with me when I go to conferences because nothing is more annoying than, having something that you need that you just don't have. Okay, going into the back pocket now. It's kind of my little quick drop pouch. I keep a little package of almonds here at all time in case I want a quick snack. If I get a little bit hungry, I can work on that if I'm on the road. School ID badge, we'll just keep that turned around for privacy's sake. I put it in the back of the bag so I don't ever lose it. Use it to get in the door. Let's see here. Oh yeah, little lens wipe, lens cleaner. Use it for my camera that I'm filming on right now. I can also use it for my glasses. This is the Cabela's version, just clips onto a keychain. Clip-on sunglasses, because I do wear contacts quite a bit, but I have kind of gone back to just basic glasses, and so this is always nice to have. They're not prescription, but they just pop on there. They are polarized. So it is kind of nice in the Nebraska winter when you got snow glare going on. Spare video out cable. Again, everything you see here, there's been situations where I've needed this and not had it, so it basically goes in the bag when I need it. This goes with the generation of Macbook Air that we're currently using. I have a second one because I'll go to conferences and you'd be amazed who doesn't have one when they need them. And again, here's my room key. This will get me into the key to my classroom, which I've got full access to my classroom 24/7, which is nice. More lens cleaners. I use these as screen wipes for my iPad, eyeglasses, lenses, and so on. There's a couple of them in here. I need to probably thin this down to just one. And that covers everything in the bottom pouch. Now in the top pouch, moving on, I do keep a spare charger and cable for my phone. I've got USB-C, which believe it or not, sometimes you can't always find one when you need one. This kind of a cable to charge. And so, yeah, it's a little messy. I've always got the original charger that came with the phone, and I got an upgraded cable. I go with these braided cables. They tend to hold up a little bit better. This has the quick charge technology in it, so it will charge my phone in about an hour to about 85 or 90%, which is kind of nice. What else we got here? See, we also have just an old set of keys. I've got a spare vehicle key on here if I need it. Just a little Pet Perks card, but just extra keys to some of the safes in the house. Okay, second set that has a few miscellaneous firearms keys, lock keys, a key to the gun locker. And I got this from the Iraqi veteran man can many years ago. It's a machine steel bottle opener. It's always nice to have a bottle opener. Never know if you can have yourself a bottle of soda. Moving on, chapstick. You'll die without this stuff if you don't have it. I don't care what anybody says. Try going through a full day of shooting courses without this stuff, especially in the fall or winter time. Forget it. Always necessary. What else we got here? Oh, another small 32 gig flash drive that has another backup of my work on it. Sometimes I'll pass these off if we're working on a project and we need to just share stuff between us. We don't always have cloud access because sometimes we're on the road. Oh, lighter. Got to have a lighter. Never know if you're going to need flame for anything, right? It's good to have one. This is not illegal to have in my bag for school. It's just, just a lighter. It's no big deal. I'll take it out during class, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, inside the bag itself, I've got my iPad Pro. I'm on our school's technology committee, so I do a lot of work when it comes to diagnosing, problems with people's programs they might be having or issues they might be running into, testing out programs for people, communication, video, photo. So I've got a decent little iPad Pro that the district has hooked me up with, and I'll use this for probably 4 or 5 years. It's always great. They've got really good technology in the school district that I teach in. And just a few miscellaneous papers. I don't think we need to see those. And last but not least, we have my laptop, okay, my MacBook Air. I just got this one this year after using a MacBook Pro for the last 4 to 5 years. So that is everything that I keep on me while I am on the road or when I'm going to school every day in my classroom. That's pretty much, now I can function without this stuff, but everything you see right here, you'd be amazed. It makes life much, much easier when it comes down to being in your classroom, not being able to just take off and go home. Okay, can't always do that, even though I'm just a few blocks from my job. Heading out on the road, going to different places, going to meetings. Everything you see here is come in handy at one time or another, and it's there if I need it. So, David Bowling and the Mr. Big Kid Bag Travel Channel. Yeah, Mr. Big Kid Travel Bag Channel. I think we said it was Steve possibly, is that right? I hope so. That is my EDC unboxing, I guess you could say, my EDC purging of the bag, everything I keep with me. So guys, if you like what you see, please like or subscribe. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also on UGEtube and Gunstreamer. You can find me on guntube.org and gunchannels.com. Get over to Gun Channels and get yourself an account if you don't have one. Otherwise, guys, lots of good stuff coming your way. We do have a Saturday morning podcast called The Caliber Corner that you can find at 8 a.m. Central Time over on my channel. And we talk sometimes for a couple hours. We have different gun-related topics that we cover, firearms, hunting, and so on. It's a lot of fun. Got a really good panel. Got some great guests that show up for the show. Otherwise, guys, that is it. If you like what you see, please like or subscribe. Guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. Take care. Have a great weekend. All right, guys. Bye-bye.